Welcome back to Four Titles, One Truth. And today, we're taking a different path. We're talking about what is on our TV
That's
screen.
right, what's on the screens. Because let's be honest, retirement has its perks.
Facts.
And one of them, finally having the time to binge good shows.
Exactly.
Let's get into this before this joker spoils something I haven't finished yet.
Hater. All right. Since you're going to take that route.
Come on, let's go.
What's one show you're watching right now that you'd recommend to anybody without hesitation?
Oh, Mobland. It's on Paramount.
Yeah.
Has Pierce Bronson, Helen Mirren, Tom Hardy in it.
Yeah.
It's they're based out of London, and they're mob family fight. It's excellent, man. It's right on time. You got all of the deception, the crime, the little comedy in there. It's a good show. I like it.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
That's one of the ones that I'm watching right now. Currently waiting on the next episode.
Yep.
And it is absolutely the British mob and the trials and tribulations of that. And I'm going to tell you two things. Helen Mirren is a problem, and Tom Hardy is the truth.
Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On Sunday. Comes on Sundays.
Yeah.
On Paramount Plus, they release the episodes.
Yeah.
So,
that's
it's
a good
right
one.
On time.
But I'm about to one-up you on right now.
Okay.
The Last of Us.
Oh,
season 2.
That's one of my favorites, too.
So that's on HBO. It's got Pablo Pascal and Bella Ramsey.
Yep.
Both of them are from Game of Thrones, if you remember. But this is an adaptation of a video game that I had no idea existed. And we watched that first season, and just there's some gore to it, and there's some craziness to it. But the story is the truth. It's the fact that they adapted a game, and the creator of the game is also the creator of this TV show.
Yeah.
And what he did was he married up, not literally, but he linked up with a TV person and HBO or Max now, and they've made an outstanding series.
They do a good job. I watched this one with Mackenzie because she knows the video games, and she goes in and goes to all the little the
after the shows,
after show
we watched
and
those
before,
too.
and she talks about how they're following the game pretty close,
accurate,
right on. So she said they changed up a few things, but just changed the order, but didn't change what actually happened. In the from the video game to the show. But that's a good one on Sunday. It comes on Sunday nights also.
But hopefully this won't end up having a Game of Thrones ending. But I'm gonna tell you, this show, I recommend it strongly. But just remember, it has some gore. The bottom line is that I think it was 2003. There's a fungus that it somehow links up with humans, right? And it takes the brain over, and you basically become a zombie. But you're a zombie linked through the fungus to everybody zombies.
That's infected.
So you're either infected or you're fighting to stay from infected, and then you also have to deal with and this is the most amazing thing. The times are horrible because you could die and become a zombie and then kill other people.
Yep.
But there's still humans that have problems with each other.
Yep. Still fighting each other. And killing each other.
And the government's still battling against the people, So it's full of excitement. It's a great storyline. That first season, because season 2's out now, but that first season, the episodes hit hard, and it was just a great,
very entertaining.
Yeah, just a great all around series. I'm glad season 2 is living up to the hype.
Yeah. Okay, Tommie. Okay, so what's been the best TV series you've seen so far this year And why did it hit so hard?
Okay. So it's season 3, right? But it still hit hard. Is Reacher.
Yeah.
Good old Jack Reacher.
Oh, yeah.
It came out originally in 22, and it's on Prime, and starring Alan Rickman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason it hit so hard is because I've read all the books, right, before the episodes came out. And when I found out that they were going to do a movie release, and they said that Jack Reacher was going to be played by Tom Cruise, it threw me off,
Why
right?
did that upset you so much?
Because Jack Reacher in the books is 6'5", 250.
Tom Cruise in that?
Tom Cruise doesn't quite live up to that stature.
5'6",
but
150.
I will admit, he had the mind state of Jack
Right,
Reacher.
right.
Because in the books, Jack Reacher is he's an MP, and he's gets out of the Army after serving 13 years as an MP. And he's one of those people who believes in right and wrong, justice, right? And so his father was in the military, and his brother was in the military, and then he was in the military. And so that's all he's known. And they both went to West Point, the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wanders around the United States, and his intent was to get out of and we can relate, get out of the machine called the military and just see what life is.
Right.
And so there's a lot of places that he always wanted to visit, towns and sites and so forth and so on.
But it's always something going on.
The problem is, the problem is, and he says it in the book specifically and in the show, but he's attracted to problems. So wherever he goes, he's always, they say that he's always fights for the little guy, but it's deeper than that. He just loves showing people consequences for their failure of doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're one of those people that you like the anti-hero, but you also like the mindset of somebody who, I don't want to fight you, but if I fight you, I'm going to destroy you. If that's your mindset and that's the kind of TV you can get into, then Jack Reacher is the show for you. Yeah, and the books are great. I will say that the new series that Alan Rickman is on, they are following the books pretty well, and they're doing a great job. I just wish that they weren't so Hollywood about some things, because in the books, he's very the fighting and the things that he does and the actions that he takes, you can actually envision them happening, right? But when they put them on the small screen, they felt they had to Hollywood it up a little bit, which I don't think they needed to do.
Yeah, bring some folks on.
Yeah, but I still think it's a very good series.
Okay.
And
all right.
I like it.
All right. Well, mine is Paradise.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu.
I was going to say that one, but you said it
Hulu.
before I did.
Got Sterling K. Brown in it.
Yeah.
It's like it's one of those where it has like that action and the premise of it is it was the president.
Something happened.
Sterling K. Brown. Something happened. He's a Secret Service for the president. Something happens where they have to whisk the president and staff,
selected
folks away.
Of course, the billionaires.
Yep. To this mountain. When they get in this mountain,
they built a city.
Yep, a whole city in this mountain.
Yeah.
That's self-sustaining itself for supposed to be for years, and some things start happening.
Yeah, and that's the best thing about it is you're finding out what happens all through the first season,
right?
And only one season's been out yet.
Yeah. So and that's something that you look at and go, could they really have some stuff like this?
Or do they?
Out west? Or is it something already there? Exactly. Yeah. So that's a good one, a good watch. that I think you all would enjoy.
And the question is your name on one of the lists to go?
I'm on that list.
Yeah, right. Sure. All right. Is there a show that you feel gets it right when it comes to either military or leadership?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be both, and it doesn't have to be military.
It's hard to find a show that gets it right, like military life, because they either exaggerate it too much and have it looking silly, or they don't even hit on stuff how they should. But for leadership and responsibilities, The Pit is on Max.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
one yet.
Oh, it has Noah Wiley in it.
What's it about?
It's about he's a chief of the emergency room.
Okay.
In Pittsburgh,
Hospital.
Yeah,
show.
hospital. Yep,
Okay.
in the emergency room.
And you're
and it's
nurse. Okay.
I'm a
got
nurse.
It. So
That's
it makes
right.
sense. Makes sense.
just had, hey y'all, believe it. So it follows in a day. The season is a day of this emergency room going through the
Just to see the
whole season is a day. Every show is an hour of the day.
like 24.
Yep.
Wow.
So yes, and it they have like a mass cow that goes on there.
You
So
got
they have
my
like
interest. You
a
got my
mass.
interest.
So yeah,
Okay.
so it's
okay.
the mental health piece of it, where you see he's leading these folks that are trying to stay strong, and it has a scene where he just breaks down.
Ooh, pressure.
Yeah, where
Those
it's
pipes.
just like, because he was also because they have flashbacks of him back in COVID, and one of his other I'm saying one of his other emergency docs that are there was also in the military, and I think both of them were in the military, so they go back to a deployment, and they use some of those techniques and things that they learned and did there during this. So yeah, and the stuff is pretty spot on, pretty accurate, where it's like, okay, yep, that's what we would do. Yep, that's what we would use. That's how we would put it in. So it's a good show, really good show.
Fast paced, huh?
Yeah, I liked it.
I bet.
It was good.
Because I love me some 24.
Yeah, 24 was great.
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland did his thing there.
So I'm going to do the same thing. I could say military link with Lioness. I could say that, but I pulled back on that one.
Lioness is a good one.
It's
too,
a great show.
Yeah, that's a
great
good
show, but it's not really military because they're CIA type things. But I'm settling on Chicago Fire.
Okay.
Now, Chicago Fire is on Peacock.
See, I haven't watched any of the Chicago.
And I'm gonna tell you how I found out about Chicago Fire. So I went home to hang out with my mom and my sister.
Oh.
And my mom is like, she was like, let's watch a show, right? And I'm like, let's watch some TV. And she's like, hey, she says, Chicago Fire on? I said, Chicago Fire? And she is,
that's her show?
Oh my goodness. She is on Chicago Fire. And so if your mom wants to watch Chicago Fire, that's what you go, especially in her house.
That's right.
So I was there, and I was just like, okay, I'll watch. And the problem is Chicago Fire has been on 13 seasons. So now it's not like you get to see, unless you're watching it when it comes out, you don't get to see the progression of it. So she started watching the different episodes because it's in syndication, right?
Okay.
And so I'm like, well, I can't keep watching this, because I'm getting interested, but you'll be in season 2, then you'll be in season 4. And so I was like, God dog it. Yeah. So I was only home for like 3 or 4 days. And so I ended up coming back home. And then I was like, I'm going to start all over. I'm going to watch season 1, episode 1. And let me tell you something. Hooked like a mug.
Okay. They got the first seasons on Peacock?
That's all on Peacock.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
how I got caught up. So I've binged 13 seasons.
Oh.
And now I have to wait for the new release before
went
I
in on that one.
I did.
You went in.
I watched it all the time. But anyway, it's intriguing because it's about Firehouse 51. And I picked leadership. And I'm going to tell you something. Big Chief Wallace, who is played by Eamon Walker, who is British.
He's doing
but
his
you
thing.
have no idea he's British. He sounds like Chicagoan, or you got that deep voice. Nikki
So
likes
that's a
to
lot, man. You
talk
got a
about
lot
it.
of the British actors that
Yeah,
come over here. You would have no idea.
on screen. Then you get
Yeah,
off.
no
They get
idea.
off screen. You're like,
Like what?
what?
Yeah.
But anyway, so he Big Chief Wallace. He's a firefighter through and through, right? And he reminds me of just sort of his look and the way he presents himself and the way he's seen by people. He reminds me of my dad. And that may be a reason why my mom likes it so much, but I don't know. But a younger version of Tom Jones. So
flashbacks.
you know, you never know. But anyway, he's the chief of this firehouse, and he has absolutely created an environment that is an extension of him.
Okay.
And he only brings in or keeps firefighters that understand the character of the firehouse. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of those honorable men.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those men that he's a firefighter because he came up as a firefighter, meaning he's always been fighting fires, and he got promoted because he was fighting fires instead of getting promoted because he wanted to get promoted. And so he is a firefighter through and through, which is how I always saw myself as a soldier, because I experienced every level of being a soldier. And leadership wasn't something that I chased in the beginning. It was something that I sort of fell into because I was giving my all the time, and people were seeing it and pulling me up.
It was the evolution.
Absolutely. And he absolutely reminds me of what I always tried to create. And he established that culture, and he got his people to buy in, and they were experts, they were fully capable, and they were motivated to service Chicago for fires.
Okay.
And so that show right there, I would recommend it to anyone who is interested in firefighting, interested in Chicago, interested in leadership, or just interested. It's a good drama.
It's a good show.
Yeah, and all the characters on there are enduring over the seasons. Some of them die, some of them move on, but just being able to see that, and I get it.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. That's good. All right. So what's your guilty pleasure show? The one you didn't think you would like, but you got hooked on it.
Okay. So I'm a comic book fan. I've been a comic book fan since I was a little fella. I still have boxes of comic books at home that I won't let my mom throw away. But I've basically been relegated to Marvel and DC. So I found out about this comic book called Invincible. And the difference, I don't remember the maker of the comic, but it's raw. I'm talking raw everything. It's an adult level comic. I'm talking about sex. I'm talking about gore. Yeah, and it's meant as real life.
And it's on
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
Okay.
Right, and it's on Prime.
On Prime.
Yeah.
I had to look
And
that one
right
up.
now, I think the 4th season just finished, and I just finished it. And the reason I say that it's a guilty pleasure is because I'm bought in. I bought in on it. You know, it's Invincible is a son of a superhero. In my mind right now, I can't remember his name, but his father is from a superhuman race, right?
Okay.
To where they fly, they do everything Superman does. That's the bottom
Okay.
line. And their culture is to take over worlds, right? Hop and take over worlds. But you don't know that about his pops. It'll dawn on me what his name is, hopefully. But so his pops is living his life on Earth, but he also has a responsibility to care for Earth so it can be taken over by these super beings that he's a part of. Yeah.
See, I gotta watch that
Yeah,
one.
it's crazy. And
I gotta
his
see that one.
son is invincible that he's had with a human.
Okay.
So his father gets to a point to where he's torn because now he's supposed to do his job, which is
Take over.
take over the Earth and prepare it for the reception of this super race. And his son gets his powers late, right? But his son was raised by the mother, the human mother's love, and he doesn't see it the way his father sees it because he's not attached to that race.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Superman doesn't die, so we're talking centuries, right? So, Invincible. The first season is about Invincible finding himself because he gets his superpowers late, like at the age of 19, and while he's getting his powers, of course, he's young and weak compared to his dad, who's fully evolved. But his dad says, "Okay, it's time to take the world, or take Earth over," and son's like, "I'm not going to let you do it." And so his father beats him down. I'm talking, it was so lopsided, right? But Invincible never stopped, and they destroyed major cities, fighting all over the world. Yeah. And then the father, right before he's about to kill him, he pulls back and then just takes off because his love for his son won out over his commitment to the race or whatever. And then the seasons are just basically the evolution of Invincible as well as his father, the path they go, and the mother. So it's a guilty pleasure because Nikki would never sit down and watch it because it is raw. I'm talking snatching people's heads off and their spine connected, punching through them.
Yeah, I couldn't get out there to watch that.
Yeah, it's true. It's it's wide open. So that's my guilty pleasure.
All right. Well,
and I'm hooked.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, mine is. I mean, it's crazy because I would talk about Audrey for watching like all the little
soap opera.
Yeah, soap opera.
Black
Tyler
shows.
Perry, The Oval, and all of them like that. So. I think this Beauty, with the name of the show is Beauty in Black. It's on Netflix.
I've seen
it's a Tyler Perry.
The title.
It's a Tyler Perry show he created and
Flick.
directed and all of that. And it was
created, wrote, directed.
Oh my goodness! But
produced.
it was one where I was like, wasn't that else on? It was late at night. I was like, let me see what this.
Let me see what episode one like.
Yeah, so I sat there and watched like 3 of them in a row, like, what in the hell am I doing? Because it's like one of those where it's like, it's silly, and it's so silly that it pulls you in and keeps you to watch. So by the end of the next day, I watched the whole season, and I told Audrey, and she was like,
trying to get me to watch it.
Yeah, need to watch it, and then, so I'm like, okay, if it's going to be, you knew it was going to be another season. And I was like, okay,
I'm done with that.
I won't have to watch it because it's not gonna come out for another year. It's like 2 months later.
Season 2.
It was like season 9. I mean, episode 9.
Oh.
So it was like a season 2.
Oh, got it.
But it was like another
you thought
episode
it was over
on to season 1. Yeah. So they got sucked in, watched
Hook, line, and
yeah.
sinker.
Then my wife, Audrey watched it. Was like, oh yeah, I'm watching. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Because it's like,
You the J's.
it is. I mean, it's one of those shows where it's so crazy. Yeah, it is just crazy where you like, come on, man.
Can't take your eyes away from it.
But you had to watch it. I just kept going back to it.
Yeah.
Kept going back to it. But yeah, it's one of those silly things. And I give everything, I watch everything. I give everything a chance.
Yeah.
That's my family. Say, oh, you watch everything. It's like, well... Look, because some stuff, you might come up on the gym.
Yeah, that's
sometimes,
the thing.
so.
You don't know what you're missing if you don't open yourself up. Black and Beauty, I see it all the time.
You gotta watch.
Popping up there, and I do watch some Tyler Perry stuff, some I don't.
It's it's like a Tubi, but not a Tubi.
That's about.
It's a
We'll
little
talk
it's a
about
little more
Tubi a little
money
later.
than
Yeah, we'll talk about Tubi a little later.
it's a little more money than Tubi,
Yeah,
you know.
we
But
have an honorable mention section, and we gonna mention some things about that. But remember Tubi.
shoot. Oh,
All right, so check this out. This is the corny question, but it really made me think. If Hollywood called and said, Lance, we want to make a TV series about you and your military career.
okay.
All right. Which genre would it be?
Oh.
Would it be a thriller? Would it be
That-
drama?
It'd be a comedy drama, most definitely. I mean, just because it would have to be some drama, just because of my job and what I did and what we saw. But it's also a comedy.
Like The Pit.
Oh yeah, because of my, what we did and what my job was, and because we saw some, we had a good time. I mean, I always had a good time on my job, and then after, not being at work, and even at work, we had a good time.
Right.
But we had it's some things that happen, some things that you see
That keep it drama.
that keep both,
Okay.
keep the
Oh, I was
drama
about to
and
say.
keep the comedy. But
Okay.
as far as like a lot of the drama, I mean, we had a lot of drama at deployment.
I can't imagine.
Well, we had a lot of
Well,
some
I can't
comedy
imagine.
too.
That's the problem.
Yeah, we had a lot of comedy too. That was like, why are these people getting their asses blown off? I mean, and it was just like you get a string or something like that, or just crazy. I mean,
Would
crazy
you tell
stuff.
me about the rubber bullet?
Oh, prisoners getting their knowing. I mean, and that's all that the police had. The MPs had were rubber bullets inside the prisons, and they would always somehow put an eye out. Aiming at the eyes of these prisoners. So it's like we were constantly
removing rubber bullets.
Yeah, rubber bullets out of removing eyeballs. I mean, it sounds gory, but it's just crazy.
The story
Just
behind
crazy
the gore.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, just removing some objects from individuals, hot sauce bottles, and just it's a lot of comedy. It's a lot of comedy and drama.
This is probably a little too old for some people to reference, but MASH, I think.
I remember
Was
MASH.
that the last military doctor show? They were deployed in the Korean War.
Yeah, in the Korean War. Yeah, I'm trying to think what.
I can't think of any other military medical drama, comedy
it's
or
been
drama.
a series that's been on TV or whatever.
So, wow. Oof. All right, for me, I'd have to say comedy drama as well. I'd have to say comedy and drama because of the jobs I've had. I've been an instructor. I've been a drill sergeant. You throw in there first sergeant, you throw in there sergeant major. There's a lot of stuff that being a squad leader, which is the lowest level of identified leader, besides, we'll just stop with squad leader. Like I said, I'm trying not to be too Army. But when you're in charge of people, now you get to hear about other people's problems instead of just your own.
Yeah.
And then the more rank you make and the more leadership you have, you start to hear about the unique problems because you don't have to deal with the simple stuff. Now you get to hear the either super tragic or just unbelievable stuff. So it just keeps going.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then as an instructor, having to deal with a class for the whole rotation, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or what have you, because I was at the NCO Academy, and then being a drill sergeant for 3 years, having to deal with the newly enlisted personnel, and just watching them deal with their life while they're in front of you, and then having to deal with their life from the people they're separated from.
So you can have some seasons.
Oh my God, it would go on and on, on and on. And that's what my mom always says, I should write a book. And the thing is, I would really enjoy writing a book, but I just don't. There's just so much that I don't want to misremember. and write anything down. That's the only thing hold me back from releasing a book or something like that. But there is so much, and when you join the military, you're walking into comedy drama. You think about it. You're leaving your house if you're enlisted, and you're going to, now you're leaving civilian life where whatever level of discipline and consequences you dealt with, to now you're going into a strictly suffer the consequences, good or bad, environment, and having to learn a whole new way of living. With some are more drastic than others because maybe you were completely undisciplined or maybe you were super disciplined. And then you're having to adjust your life to the way they tell you to live, and you're private. So that means everybody that was in that unit before you got there is now outranking you. and over you in some way. So if you're the newest private, that means everybody in that environment has seniority over you and can tell you what to do. So, and then having to live your life through the rank progression, through the adjustment progression, or the mental battle you have of trying not to progress. Because you're saying, hey, can't nobody tell me what to do. Yeah, okay.
Sure.
That's a losing battle for you.
Sure. Yeah.
So
keep thinking that.
Yeah, so that's a given. So I just think that comedy drama, I think everybody would have to say comedy drama with a smidgen of thriller, with a smidgen of all the other genres that you could throw in there. Yeah.
That's life.
So this was a quick episode. And we just wanted to identify some of the things that we're watching and then give you a little background on it. This is not in support of any specific show. This is literally, hey, we watch so much TV and we was like, we should do an episode where we talk about what we're watching.
It's so
right
much
now.
Out there too. You forget about a lot of things.
So now you know what we're watching, you know. But what could help us is, not only do we rely on each other and our wives to let us know what they're watching or something that they heard is good, could you tell us what you're watching? And don't give us crap. Give us something that you really like so that we can get it and then see if we like it.
Please.
But I will say this. I do have some honorable mentions, and I know Lance does too. They didn't meet the criteria of the questions we came up with, but The Residence is on Netflix, and it's a great show. Yeah. It's a Sherlock Holmes type show, but it has Uzo Aduba. She's from Orange is the New Black. If you watch that, you know who she is. But she plays a bird watcher / a sergeant detective, and she is quirky, kooky, but smarter than everybody else, and whittles her way through figuring out, guess what, who killed who. Yeah. Another one I like is Daredevil. Once again, it has to do with my comic book relationship growing up, but it's on Disney.
Yeah, that's the new one on Disney.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it was on Netflix.
Yeah,
but
for
the new one
seasons.
On Disney.
Yep. And so it's got Charlie Cox, and he's British too, but plays American, does a great job.
Yeah, he'll hard.
The most I'd like to point out about Charlie Cox is he's not blind, but he's playing a blind person, and that dude is, you can't tell he's not blind by the way. I mean, you can tell he's blind by the way. Absolutely. Yeah. He acting his butt off. Yeah. And then you got Vincent D'Onofrio, who we first saw him in Men in Black. But I really got to like him on Law and Order: Criminal Intent. He plays Kingpin, and he's a monster. Abbott Elementary. Yeah, that's my comedy. It's on ABC and Hulu with Quinta Brunson. Yeah. I mean, the fact that she brought the Office feel to a high school or a school, and the characters as well as the actors around it. There's so many to list, but I'm just going to say those are some shows that I recommend. But lastly, if you want to get addicted to things that you thought you'd never watch Tubi.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, Tubi has two sides. Tubi has a side where you can watch stuff that's there for that they actually collect on their app, that you can watch shows that you grew up watching.
Yeah.
You can watch some current stuff, and they also have sports exclusives.
Right.
So Tubi is a legitimate app to watch TV, but they have a section of black creators. I think they changed the name of it, but you can go on there and their original TV shows and movies,
dude,
that you can watch that will blow your mind.
Oh my God.
Like the acting, the direction, the production, the movie titles. It is if you want to go.
They are trying.
Oh, they are
trying.
And some
And
are failing. But it is a hilarious roller coaster ride. What was the name of that show I told you to watch? The Pimp
Stud,
yeah,
something.
So it was Studs, and it was like a reality show, but it was a competition, and it was basically who's the best stud. And if you know what stud is, that's what makes it even funnier. But they brought, I think it was like 8 of them into the house, and they had different tasks they had to go through. And just watching them, it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
And the reason most of them are so funny is because they're very low budget, but they still got to tell their story. So those are my honorable bitches. What about you?
All right, so mine are. I've watched so much, but some that folks might not watch or might not try to give a chance to, are some of these like the Korean competition shows.
Yeah.
So, and Mackenzie got me hooked on these, but because I would just walk into the room and she'd be watching. I'm like, "What are you watching?" Sit down, and 4 episodes later, I'm there. But
like what?
Physical 100.
Yeah, you told me
That's
about that.
a good one.
No, we found out about it, but you had already watched it because of Mackenzie.
That's a good one. Yeah, Physical 100. It's
what's
on
that
Netflix.
About?
Well, it's a competition where it's like they get 100 folks from different. You got athletes, you got bakers,
movie
you might
stars,
have teachers, movie stars.
But it's a fitness show.
But it's a fitness
competition.
Yeah, a fitness competition basically. So they see who is the fittest. So you got these Olympic athletes going against these.
Yeah. Like you said, bakers,
reporters,
cops,
whatever and stuff. So, but you would be surprised. Some of these folks.
But the one thing I'll say is it's the most strenuous competition that I've ever seen, and it's like that's why you get so caught up.
Yeah,
because you'll have like a MMA fighter, a legendary MMA fighter, right? And then the next person introduced is a ballet dancer, right? A male ballet dancer. So now the MMA is like, man, I'll do whatever. But then the Joker takes his shirt off, or she takes her shirt off and just ripped as a ballet dancer. So it's anybody can be in the 100. It's just who comes out the winner.
Yep.
And endurance and strength are absolutely a monster.
Yep.
What else?
And then Squid Game, which I know everybody probably.
I ain't never watched Squid Game. I watched the beginning of it.
Not the series, but the competition series.
Yeah, I saw. I was good until the guy went underneath the series. When he was all up under trying to escape and all that stuff, that's when I was like, "Yeah, I'm not interested." But Nikki loves it.
Yeah, it's good.
I guess the world loves it.
That's a good one. Then the latest one that we're watching now that just started, I want to say last week, was it's called The Devil's Plan.
The Devil. What's that about?
And it's crazy because it's not anything to do with the devil or anything like that, but it's a competition where they bring in, it's like 14 or 15 these folks in, and they're either like gamers or smart folks, like doctors, reporters, but they have these games that they're playing are just like puzzles. Just stuff that you have to try to
physical
figure
games
out.
Or video games?
No, they're physical games. Yeah, they're physical games. So you got some people trying to make alliances and just it's but it's one of those shows. It just brings you in because you're like, could I do that? I mean, I think I could probably probably figure that out. But can I figure it out that fast? You know, you can do anything sitting in your chair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It's all on Netflix.
All on Netflix.
Wow.
Yeah, check them out.
Okay.
Not bad at all. But y'all, give us your recommendations before Tommie makes me sit through another of his top picks on Tubi.
Look here. Don't be a hater like old Lancey over here. My picks have range. Thank you very much. I'm not in the box like you are, sir.
I'm a hate. I'm a hate when it comes to some of those shows.
But thank you for hanging out with us on 4 Titles, 1 Truth.
And remember, sometimes the best way to unwind is to hit play and relax.
Absolutely.
Let's keep the conversation going, y'all.
Holla.
All right.